Hi, my name is John Gillick, and I'm the band director for grades 7 and 8 here at Terrell Middle School in Scotch Plains, New Jersey. Again, it's truly an honor to be amongst the nominees for this great Grammy Award, the first time ever. One of the things I'd like to talk to you about today is how I've made a measurable difference in the lives of your students. I think that knowing my students when they come back to me after 4 years of college, no matter what, if it's music, great, if it's something in the business world, great, if it's something in the home ec world, whatever they decide to do, I love when my students come back and tell me that it's because I gave them a speech on how to get better and make themselves more aware of what they're doing, more self-directed type of learning. I think that alone gives me a great amount of pleasure in knowing that I've made a difference in their lives. A significant impact on my school and the surrounding community. I'm very blessed to teach in a district that encourages music education. We have a very strong band program. We have 5 elementary schools, all complete with concert bands with over 100% participation by 4th graders. We have 3 concert bands at the middle school level, and we have 2 middle schools in this town. Each one has a 5th, 6th grade, and a 7th, 8th grade combined band. Each middle school has a great jazz band program. Our high school has 4 jazz bands, one of which is perennially the state champion. We have a 170-piece marching band, of which I am the percussion arranger and writer, and I also get to direct the entire percussion section. And we have 4 outstanding concert bands at our high school. To see the amount of students who continue on from Terrell Middle School at the upper levels, whether it be marching band or a percussion ensemble or a jazz band or any one of our wind ensemble concert band combinations, even our choral programs, our theater programs, to see the Terrell students giving it their all and using every method I taught them about reaching inside and pulling something out each time, that's the impact that I think I've made on the community. Certainly you see that communal pride when we do our Memorial Day parade and all 170 of our band students come proudly marching down Main Street or Park Avenue here in this town. And even when we do Disney, they stand up taller, they look better, and they realize that we've been saying to them, 4 years from now, when they're in 7th or 8th grade, it's going to be your time marching in Disney, and they just have this great feel. So I think that's part of what I feel really good about my contribution here in Scotch Plains and Fanwood. Have I made a significant and lasting contribution to the field of music education? I don't know yet. The book's unwritten in terms of what I think. I think that music education is constantly evolving with more technology, and I think the more things that I can bring to my students, such as my professional career as a musician, my experience in college, couple that with teaching them some new ideas about technology and Finale soft writing and Sibelius software and using more of the internet to create a more global musician. I think that's where I feel I'm headed with teaching and getting music education out there to my students. Certainly in 7th and 8th grade band, we've used YouTube way more than we've ever. Wish I had it when I was coming up, when my teacher told me to listen to Buddy Rich and you'd have to get a record and listen to Buddy, but now these kids can pop up on YouTube and see the great Buddy Rich, who, by the way, is my idol. So when I drum, that's who I think about every single time. And I think bringing that experience to the kids is going to help enhance and make a lasting contribution in music education by grasping onto more technology. I've demonstrated a commitment to maintaining music education in our schools by reaching out to every single student. One of the things that bothers me the most as a music educator is when I take my 160-piece concert band to a festival, or I take my 40-piece jazz band to a festival, and the first words out of the mouth of a judge is usually along the lines of, "Wow, that's an amazingly large band." Well, that's my job. It's my job to get kids involved with music education. And it doesn't make a difference at what level they're playing. It doesn't make a difference to me if they're the best player in the band or the worst player in the band. There's a spot in here for everybody. One of our educators here in town has a saying, and I firmly believed it when I met this man 15 years ago, that this is the only activity where no one sits on the bench. Everyone takes part in bands, and I actively seek out students. Maybe catch a kid in 5th grade, he drops band in 6th grade, for whatever reasons. Reach out to that kid. Maybe he wants to come back. Another thing that I do a lot here, a student is got, an idea of singing. I might say, join the high school chorus. That's the best way you're going to meet girls. That's the best way you're going to go on trips. That's the best place that you're going to enhance your musical career, especially if you want to go to college. So I'm constantly pushing not only instrumental music, but I'm pushing the choral side of things as well, just to make sure the student's well-rounded and has a great education here in Scotch Plains. But by reaching out to those kids, capturing that student that might be walking in the hallway, you see him tapping with his pencil, that kid might be a drummer. That might be turns out to be one of the section leaders we have for marching band. You just never know unless you reach out. If you don't reach out to them and try to grasp them, and a lot of my colleagues, and I'm sure there are millions of them around the world, use the cut system a lot. Hey, kid can't cut it? Well, we're going to knock you out of the band. Well, that's, to me, ridiculous. I think there's a place for everybody here, and I think that's one of the things that helps me maintain music education, especially here in Scotch Plains. I know that we take the Terrell Middle School Jazz Band on a little tour of the elementaries each March, because that's Music in Our Schools Month. So what better way to reach out to the younger students, but by seeing their 7th and 8th grade, maybe a sibling, maybe someone they know from the neighborhood. A great way to reach out is to bring it to the students. Much like the marching band, we come down to the 8th grades and we perform for the 8th grades. What better way to reach out and to show the kids this could be you in a year or two from now? So I think that has helped my contribution to the world of music education, just by reaching out and making sure that everybody understands there's a place for you in this home that we call band. Thank you very much, and look forward to hearing from you. Bye.